Hello everybody and welcome to Awesome Goalkeeper. We start the episode with £130 million. We go in and sign Lafont to go in between the sticks, and we also signed Reese off the free agents, a good solid centre back for our bench, and we signed Thomas, and we also talked to Everton in the possibility to sign Dele Alli, which we can also complete, and we sell Galbraith off to Norwich, and Jorginho comes in. So into our first few games then in Aston Villa. They equalised quite early, but we were able to take the lead again, and it was a great save from Lafont, one of the few saves that he is actually going to make. He makes another solid save there, and we make it 3-1. This was definitely the season I wanted to win some stuff. It was 3-2. They came in, another good save from Lafont. Now, we faced Burnley at Turf Moor, and we somehow didn't score there the way that they all bounced, although we did score that header. And we sold Jack Butland off to Brighton, and we swapped Lafont for Aaron Ramsdale with Arsenal, as he did play great against us in the FA Cup, and I decided he would be a better fit for the team. Now then, we push on against Bournemouth. Now, this wasn't a great game for us at all. We gave away so many penalties. The first one only just went in. Ramsdale makes a good save to keep it only at 2-0. But again, they had another penalty, which they scored. You can't really expect a goalkeeper to save a penalty. But then Bournemouth, they pushed up again, and they scored to make it 4-0 at this point, I think it was. We were able, though, to pull one back. They had another penalty after a red card from Tolkien taking him down in the box, but Ramsdale makes a save, and they hit the post. So that was in total, I think, 4 penalties, and they had 50% conversion rate. We do make it 4-2. But we have to turn to Old Trafford, in which we score first against Manchester United. They were pushing again to try and get level, and they do after the deflection. And now we face Lille for our European debut. That was a very nice finish, in fact, from the volley. But they were able to put it top bins. And Lille, they're a force to be reckoned with, 2-1 up. It's a great save from Aaron Ramsdale. We gave away another penalty for another handball, and they score. He's not quite as good as Jack Butland from the spot, as he does let in 2 handball penalties that game. It's a very nice goal, though, against Norwich. Another game that I'm expecting to win. That was 2-0 before half-time. They have a penalty, they chip it, they hit the crossbar. Honestly, the penalties will calm down eventually. We do score, though, and we score again to make it 4-0, and we score again to make it 5-0. An absolute smashing there. But Wolves, though, forces a great save in the Carabao Cup out of Aaron Ramsdale, and another great save again. He was on form this episode. He's been very good all season, although he does let in a few that no goalkeepers expected to save. We can pull it back to 1-1 before half time, and we make it 2-1. Brentford, though, super close there, but Ramsdale just can't quite reach it. Another game that we're expected to win, and we are able to pull level and take the lead and expand that lead to make it a 3-1 win. I don't know why we're celebrating quite this much. It's only 3-1 against Brentford. But we go against a Greek team I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of. It's like Pathanikios, something like that. But what a pass on the outside of the boot of Pepelu to assist this goal from Simeone. I mean, look at this pass. Doesn't get much more perfect than that, does it? What a delivery, what a service into Simeone. Still a lot to do, though. And that is our top corner goal of the episode. We seem to have one every single episode that hits bang in the top corner. This is that one. Very nice from Simeone. We are able to score the rebound there against Everton to make it 1-0, and Dele Alli, against his former club, puts it in the back of the net at Goodison Park. Tolkien, though, off the line, very, very good of him there. The goalkeeper, no chance to make that, but it's a great save from Aaron Ramsdale to keep a clean sheet. Now against Fulham. Geez, these games are coming in quick fire. We though go 1-0 down, however, Simeone will not let that stay the same. Though Fulham do make it 2-1. And of course, we're going to equalise. And in the 87th minute, we score to win the game. But hang on, that goal isn't going to be the only last-minute goal in this game, as it's actually Alcaraz that's running down and can find the back of the net. And we all go wild again, because that's just how it sort of works. Simeone with the hat-trick, and 100 career wins into our time at Doncaster. We score a Rabona against Besiktas in the group stage of the Europa League, in which they do equalise just before half-time. However, we weren't going to let that deter us from getting the 3 points that were needed, and we can put that away against their goalkeeper. Now, Ayer chips that in, and the header somehow goes in. I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing. They hit the outside of the post, trying to pull one back, and it's a great save from the Besiktas goalkeeper. We do have a penalty though, and here is something I'll tell you: if you green time or even yellow time a penalty, it practically goes. I mean, what a banger! You can't say those. It basically always goes in. Ramsdale though makes a very good save at the Amex. Jack Butland though, we're against our former goalkeeper, and we were hoping that he wouldn't do as well. Kills Baumgartner there. Simeone tucks it away into the bottom corner. We tried to chip Butland, but we just couldn't. Patrick Watts gets a straight red card after taking one of them down in the area. And he took one for the team. It was absolutely worth it to keep the clean sheet. Alcaraz, though, can lay it off into Simeone, who of course will score. However, we don't get the clean sheet in the end. It was all for nothing for Patrick Watts. But in the 93rd minute, we hit the crossbar. We tried the chip, but we couldn't score. We then sign Corvina, who's a very, very talented player. We also sign Shortire as well from Manchester United. What a goal that is from Olmo, but he is thankfully offside. Danny Olmo was... Oh, I hated him so much in this this game against Man City. Every time I play him, he's just so good, and it's really frustrating. They do hit the post, though, and we stay 1-0 up in the Carabao Cup. However, they put that into the top bins in the 85th minute. Of course, it's Danny Olmo. We moved to penalty shootout. No extra time, just straight to pens. And we put that one down the middle. It's a good save from Ramsdale with his feet. Again, as you can see, green times. The keeper will not save them. Ramsdale, though, makes the save from the Penenka effort. And yellow time, and it still goes in. And could we do the clean sweep? No, we couldn't, because Phil Foden Penenka's. There's no need for that, mate. You're probably going to lose this shootout. And Shortide, just because of that, I had to Penenka it. And it's Shortire who wins it for us effectively with that Penenka chip in the Carabao Cup. We don't win it though, it's only round 4. A couple of giant killings as well with Newcastle winning. Somehow we lost negative 3-0 to Man City. Well, we won negative 3-0. I don't know how that works. However, against Leicester, we forced a good save from the Ramsdale and another good save after Patrick Watts' error. And we hit the inside of the post and out for a goal kick. That's a very tough thing to do, although it's an absolute banger there from the winger. Couldn't block them scoring a goal or a second, but we could score a second ourselves to equalise with them. And we could score a bang in the 72nd minute. So a mistake there at the back, in which Leicester score, and they punish us. Although Simeone does grab a Player of the Month award. And we have to move back onto Europe, where they can grab an equaliser against us, Besiktas. Although we score again in the 79th minute and in the 90th minute as well. I do love this one. This is my favourite one though, you know, when they're running and he's like pointing at the others. I think that's my favourite one. Now, Man City, for some reason, EA gave them such a long intro. And I thought, well, I had to watch the intro. I'll let you guys watch it too. The fact they're waving all their scarves about and they're all singing and stuff. Is this like one of the only clubs in FIFA that has this? Because I definitely know Doncaster don't. However, we scored to shut them all up before 6 minutes. And the Man City were not going to have that, and they were going to try and pull out something better, and it wasn't even 20 minutes in and it was 1-1. Jaden Braff, though, with an injury. And what a save that was from Edison. I mean, that was a ridiculous save, like probably one of the best ones of the episode. Like, the whole episode, even the things you've not seen yet, I'd argue that was one of the best. We do score at Edison's near post, so we couldn't keep that one out. And we score at his far post, he can't keep that one out to make it 3-1. They hit the crossbar in the 92nd minute, and they're pushing just for a consolation goal, which they don't get. Aaron Ramsdale's in the way. Now we faced Wolves at home, and they score. It seems to be a lot of these games. Oh, pardon me. A lot of these games are very, very tight. So they're normally like 1 or 2 goal wins, and we were able to claim that with Ramsdale. However, Wolves weren't going to let it go, and they were desperate to try and get this game. They were a lot better than us, and they do score in the 75th minute. And in the 91st minute, Simeone scores. There's so much late drama in this episode. I've just realised the amount of chaos that is being caused here is absolutely insane. Now, the players, we were checking out the European stage that we were going to be playing against. Europa League. we're the team that you don't want to mess with. It was Lille, it's still in the group stage, and we take the lead before 6 minutes. We score so many early goals, it's really, really good. We either score or concede early. It's barely 0-0 for long. Now, Alcaraz, from this free kick, it actually goes in. I think this is the first free kick goal, and this was what? Are we season 5 now? I think we're in season 5. And the keeper just palms it off his own post and in. I mean, you can't expect the keeper to save that. I mean, just get a big hand to it. Perhaps he should be able to tip it over. I'm not sure. That was the only goal of that game, though. Well, not the only goal of that game, but the only major goal of that game. We do then face the Greek side, and not even 10 minutes in. What do you think it was? It was 1-1. The keeper very close to saving it, but thankfully I yellow timed it. And that volley was beautiful into the corner. Good save, though, from the goalkeeper for the team that I cannot pronounce. And off the line as well, to make sure it isn't an extra goal on there. We are top of the league at the moment, and that would have been a goal to basically say, we're top of the league, this is what you got to deal with. But that is what Arsenal couldn't deal with in a 1-0 win. Now we face Newcastle at St James's Park. Alcaraz cuts in between the two again and has a shot, but it's saved by Freddie Woodman in between the sticks. Patrick Watts doesn't score many, and it was cleared off the line. That is how close it was for Patrick Watts to get, I think, one of his fourth or fifth goal of his career. Newcastle scored first, though, but we had to score because we were so much better than them. But just before half-time, they forced that save out of Aaron Ramsdale. That is just incredible. Sam Maximin forces another great save out of Ramsdale, but unfortunately you can't keep it out fully. Now, Tottenham Hotspur, we always have some sort of late drama with the Tottenham Hotspur games. There's always one crazy scene, but will we have it today? I mean, look at this. That was a handball. Yeah, I know. And it was saved. I think that was Steven Bergwijn that took it. I'm just sort of silent here, but we do equalise against them. And they score, they sell me with the slide tackle. And that hits the post. And now look at this shot that they take in the second half. Hits the exact same part of the same goal. They score another penalty, though, with De Ketelaere going off and celebrating with the late drama. And because of that, we then sign a Tottenham player who performed super well on that day, Steven Bergwijn. Now, against Liverpool, it was Steven Bergwijn's debut, this one. And that was a great tackle, to be fair, and he is not going to want to lose on his debut. Aaron Ramsdale, though, I mean, that is up there again for this episode with the best saves. But because of that, well, I mean, I don't even know. He caught the corner, and that happened. We then take out with John Tolkien, who picks up his second red card of the episode. He's a bit of a dirty player. Sometimes I don't even tell him to dive in, and he does, but I did tell him to do that one. I was like, I'll take one for the team there, and we save it, so it's worth it in the end. Now, I speed up this because this is from the penalty. The keeper keeps it in. This is all the same passage of play from Tolkien's red card, and we scored to make it 1-1. It was worth it in the end, John. It was worth it in the end. Aaron Ramsdale with another insane save. Some insane saves. Now, Luis Diaz, look here. He's just running. It's like a running race away from Simeone. He's just running, and then Simeone dispossesses, and you'd think that we're going to score here with a player of this calibre. We don't. Alisson saves because he's a goalkeeper of that calibre. Although we do score with Simeone. Now, we face Manchester City. They gave that as a handball, which is absolutely ridiculous against Patrick Watts. And can Gundogan find the back of the net? He hits the crossbar, then they can't. But Simeone, he can from a much harder angle. Aaron Ramsdale with a great save. And they give a penalty. They don't give the goal because the ref blew the whistle before it gone in. And so Man City got done out of a goal after Gundogan missed the target. 2 penalties, 2 misses for Manchester City. And we can lay it off. And Ederson, I mean, it's Ederson and Ramsdale, I think, tying for the best goalkeepers of this episode. We then hit the post, which is very, very unfortunate. And somehow we're still on it. And I'm like, let's take a pop shot. What a pop shot that was. Ramsdale, though, should be doing better there. But Ederson potentially should be doing better there now. Third penalty puts it top in. There's no mistakes there. No mistakes there. I probably wouldn't have let him take that one, to be fair. But against Leicester, they get straight red. Samuel Chukwueze, not a right decision at all very early on in the second leg of a game, which you're equal to, meaning that Simeone can score, and we can score again, and you're 2-0 down, you're a man down. What are you going to do? You're going to pull out that, aren't you? Now we go into for Brentford. Well, we don't. Brentford go in for Francis. We now have got 120 wins out of 250 matches as well. Now we face Burnley, who got relegated in real life. I'm actually gutted about that. I was desperate for them to stay up, but they couldn't, and we make it 2-0. And I think we actually, with this goal, I think we confirmed their relegation into the Championship. It's a good save from Ramsdale though to keep a clean sheet. It's a good save from Chukosha, and it's an insane straight save again. I think out of all the ones I'm saying that could be, I think that has to be save of the episode. That is absolutely ridiculous. We then faced Arsenal in the FA Cup. A deflected shot. That really helps us out at Ramsdale against his old club. I think he forgot which script to pass it to, and they score. And what a volley that is. It's a very good save from our former goalkeeper for a few games, Alban Lafont. He makes a couple of good saves this game, that being one of them. And we run in, and he makes that insane save again. There's so many nutty saves from both sides in this. I mean, you can really tell that we're up there with the best in the business. Although they get a late equaliser, and I thought that was it, but it wasn't, because who's there? Of course it's going to be Simeone. I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to retire the number 29 for the rest of this FIFA in honour of Simeone. He's an absolutely insane player. And against Benfica, it just didn't go our way. Ramsdale making some good double saves here and there, but they were just another level above us, to be brutally honest. We just got absolutely smacked by the Portuguese side. I accidentally skipped the Carabao Cup final. I simmed it, and we won it in the end. And we faced Chelsea in the league, who were up there near the top with us. And they gave away a penalty. I can't even remember what for, to be honest. I cannot even remember what for, but Havertz is not denied by Aaron Ramsdale again, unfortunately. It's a great save, though, from the Chelsea keeper. But we're always scoring that. These as hackers are next level. We then get a free kick. I'm gutted about that though, because Simeone would have been through. But we do score anyway to make it 1-0, which we deserved. However, Aston Villa can equalise, and they can push in front to make it 2-1. And we ended up losing that one. Now Liverpool in the semi-finals, I think this was, of the FA Cup. We scored to make it 2-0, and look at this for a long-range shot. Is that goal of the episode? Let me know, I think it is. We then faced Manchester City, and they only picked up a yellow for this. Surely that's a straight red and another goal scoring opportunity. However, we do score at their near post. Some randos enjoying the pitch view, though. I don't know how they're there. I mean, no matter how much you pay, you're not going to be able to stand in the middle of a pitch in a professional football game, mate. Although they do make it 2-2, Man City. And after being taken out, we still score an absolute belter. One of the goals of the episode. Not quite the goal of the episode, though. And this was the last game of the season as well. Last game of the season, we had to win. If we drew, we weren't going to win the league. And this is where I thought, no, is the league going to slip from our grasp? But we were able to block it onto his head and out for a goal kick, which we don't take because Doncaster Rovers are Premier League champions. Make sure that you guys smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. The next episode, I think it's episode 6, so season 6 will be coming out soon, which is absolutely insane. And I'm already prepping for the new career mode coming after that. And the only hint I'll give for you for that one is it's not in England. See, we're going abroad. We're going multicultural on this channel now. We're not just staying in England. We're going abroad to a different country. But I'm not going to disclose that country. However, what I can disclose is that we have won the Premier League by just 1 point. The random people there as well, literally rubbing shoulders with the greatest of all time, Simeone being like 90 odd rated now. I mean, I think he's like 92 or 93 rated at this moment. But yeah, we're about to lift the Premier League with Patrick Watts. We are the champions of England. Hopefully next year we can become the champions of Europe. And here we go, Patrick Watts. He's from Doncaster as well. Lifts the trophy for his local team. The local lad captains the club he supported his whole life to Premier League glory from the depths of League One, relegated in real life now to League Two. Doncaster Rovers are officially the greatest club in England. So yeah, make sure you have notifications on as well so you can see when the next episode goes up. And I will leave you now with the trophy celebrations. I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.